welcome Reverend Christine.
Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. My brother from another mother. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Hello. I'm going to begin with what I feel are two of the most powerful words in all the universe, besides those other ones. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the gift of your presence. Thank you for choosing this moment to be here now, right now. Thank you for the gifts that your presence bring to my life. And I can only know that for myself. But knowing that for myself, I do know that the gift that we give to one another goes out and spills over. It cannot help but touch the person sitting right next to you. The ripple effect happens. It keeps happening. It's going to always happen. So we get to choose. We get to choose the gifts that we're giving. And I thank you in advance because I know that right here in this moment is everything I could ever need and more, right here within me, and therefore right here within you. So I know already that the gift is here. And because I know that, and because the very gift of being present and open to giving keeps creating the giving, right? It cannot be any other way. It simply is this way, and I'm in acceptance of that now. A long time ago, how long ago? My daughter's 25, so I think she was around 3 or 4 when we were in Mexico, and I will always share this story because it's such a beautiful example of what true Thanksgiving is. So Alexandra was about 3 when we were in Mexico, so Ezra, my precious youngest one, was 1. Oh my goodness, 22 years ago, honey. And there we were at Grandma Maria's house in Guadalajara. My former husband is from Guadalajara. Presents overflowing everywhere. I remember as a kid, I just couldn't wait to get that thing opened. The culture, though, in the family is that you give thanks before you open the gift. And so there's a little 3-year-old, imagine that. Take yourself back to 3. And Alexandra was handed a gift, and she had already known that she goes and says thank you before she opens it. That was in Guadalajara, so 1 year later at 4, we're in California at Grandma's house in San Diego, her great-grandmother's house in San Diego, and her great-aunt Barbara gave her at 4 a present. And Alexandra, she was given a present by Santa, said it was from great-aunt Barbara, and so Alexandra takes the present in her little hands and walks over to great-aunt Barbara and says, "Thank you, Aunt Barbara." And my aunt said, "For what? You don't even know what's inside there. What if you don't like it?" And at 4 years old, without missing a beat, she says, "Thank you for the gift." And Barbara was blown away that this 4-year-old didn't just want to rip it open. She so patiently said, "Thank you for the gift." She already knew that the gift was in the giving. She already knew the thought that went in to the present that was wrapped, that was handed to her so generously. And she said, "Thank you." Imagine this, that every day with our first breath, We already know that this beautiful day is a gift and holds within it these infinite blessings pouring upon us. You know what I'm talking about? Where all of our cells can't help but dance and say, what a beautiful, glorious day it is. And that takes practice. It takes practice, but whoa, so what? So what? We're already in the habit that's been running us. We can shift it, create a new groove, right? Jamie's creating new grooves all the time. Today is about the abundant harvest. Gratitude Sunday. It's just an example, though. It's an example of what every day is, what every moment could be, has the potential for. Just because I'm standing here right now telling you that I know this to be true in this moment does not mean that I never forget. I do forget. And I can say that now with no shame, no guilt, no thinking that I'm not enough, that I should have been, could have been, shouldn't have forgotten. The truth is, so what? I did. Now I can do something about it. The harvest is here. The harvest is here, and it's not going anywhere. We sometimes leave. I see a lot of heads shaking because I know that everybody can relate to this on some level. And when we stop comparing ourselves with our brother and our sister and our mother and our father and our friends and all the same, those are just words and labels, it means us. Are we the ones, Jamie? We are the ones. There is no one out there. We are the ones. And the abundant harvest is here for us, for us. It may feel like it is a fruitless moment where there is no fruit to harvest. Or it may feel like I have so much, I don't know what to do with it. All of that is here. The this, the that, the not enough, the too much, the overflowing, the not flowing, all of it is here. That's why we call it infinite potential. But I will tell you, up till now, up till this moment when I did not know, what I was going to tell you is the greatest gift that I've received till now, is the gift of the freedom to choose, the gift of consciousness, the gift of choosing what I'm going to think, feel, say, believe about what's going on in this moment. I have the freedom to choose. And I don't know if this relates to anybody, but I didn't always think that I had the freedom to choose. Maybe a minute ago, I didn't even know that I had the freedom to choose. When I look back over my life and I think about things that have happened to me, I thought, there is no way in hell that I had the freedom to choose that. But you know what? I had the freedom to choose what I was going to think about that, or feel about that, or even act from that place. And it doesn't matter that I didn't know then that I did. What matters is now. I mean, where else are we going to go? Hell is right here. Heaven is right here. We get to choose. Even when we think we don't have a choice. Can anybody relate to that? Yes, even when we think we don't have a choice. When we start, Barbara, kvetching, that's a word, right? about politics, the economy, the weather, the traffic, the food we do or don't have, what our neighbor's saying, what I'm saying. We can get distracted by all of that, and we can think and give our power over and over and over and turn without and think we have to go without and think that somebody else is going to free us. Nobody's going to free us. Nobody. Nobody is going to free us. Someone can make a love offering. A love offering. I give you my experience. I share with you that I too have suffered and struggled and been on the cross and been buried and died 1,000 times. I too have suffered. I can say that to you because it's true. And I can offer. That's what a real love offering is. I offer you love. Gratitude is born from love, is it not? Gratitude is born from love. I can offer you gratitude that I get to be here and that you're here and that we get to have this moment together. What happens outside these walls, I can do nothing about what you are going to do. But I am going to keep, this is my promise, I am going to keep doing my best to be my highest self, to walk in love, and to offer that to the world. Jesus said, "Ye are the light of the world." A city built on a hill cannot be hid. We are each that city. We are each rising up in our own consciousness to offer the world. But you see, there's no separation in that. The world and who I am, they're one and the same. That's why we can look and share and say, can you relate to this? No, yes. Nothing we can do about that if someone can relate or not. So often, I needed validation and agreement from you to be okay with who I am. The most beautiful experience in my life right now is that I don't need agreement from anyone. I want to do the happy dance right now. Yeah. Okay. We don't need agreement from anybody. What we need is to know ourselves as our highest self. To thine own self be true. That's what we're seeking. And we keep looking out there thinking it's going to come in that next bright red package with a bow tied on top. The gift is you. The gift is each one of us exactly the way we are. Beyond any labels, beyond any names, this, that, black, white, brown. Yes, thank you, God. Exactly the way we are is the most profound blessing we can receive. And so when we know that about ourselves, we hold that for others. And when we forget, we're here to remind each other. And so I can express to you that right now, I am, yes, Jamie, grateful to be alive, grateful to be alive, and to be able to share my heart. May it be received, and may it inspire someone to realize that they too are the gift in their own life and that they have something to give. Because when we give from the overflow, nobody ever goes without. I am grateful for the evolution of consciousness. the freedom to choose. And I invite you right now, if there's somebody that has something they want to share in this moment, please stand and someone will bring you a mic so you can express your gratitude. Yes. Jim? Right here. Somebody told me, yay! Yeah, please do. You could go ahead and give. Thank you, Jim. All these J's running around, I love it.
Testing.
Just a second to express gratitude. That's what this is? Yes. I just have to say that I'm so thankful for my two friends that are here with me. And for me being here with all of you. It's been really, really amazing for me. I cry through almost every session. I don't even know why, just because there's so much love and it's beautiful. And I appreciate everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. And then up here.
I'm just grateful because I'm just a visitor here, and I've been coming since the spring. And like you were saying, I used to cry at every session because it was just what was needed in my heart. And I'm just so grateful for all of you, and I look forward to meeting you all individually. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Jim, up here.
Hi. I'm just grateful that I have such a cool mom.
I'm grateful for my daughter, Amy, who's been a great inspiration for my life, from being dead at birth to working and enjoying life and coming to Unity and getting on. And also to you, Christine. I remember times we spent in your house reading books, and you were just wonderful at that time. You still are. Thank you.
Thank you. Jim. Oh.
I'm grateful for many, many things, but especially today for my husband on his 75th birthday.
I'm grateful for all the gifts, good and bad, every day. My beautiful partner, this little guy, and life. It's just a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
I'm grateful for my brother David and for his companion Margaret. They give me love, life, understanding, compassion, all the things that God gives us freely.
I'm so grateful for my mom and for my daughter, Sky. I'm just so grateful for family and community, spiritual community. I think that this community, I've come here for a while, and I just love watching it grow, and I love coming back and seeing all the bright, shiny faces, and I love growing spiritually with people. I'm also growing in spiritual community in this community as well, and as a teacher and a coach myself. And I just love life. I love to be alive. And it's so fun because my mom didn't always live here, and she just recently moved nearby a few years ago. And that was one of those wonderful gifts where you never kind of saw that happening. She lived far away, and our growth spiritually and our healing work that we did together has brought us so close. So she's with me today, and then we live close together. So it's just beautiful. It's amazing. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
One more? Oh, two more. Okay.
I'm so grateful for this church. And I'm so grateful for someone who isn't here, Emiliano Campobeo. He does the flute ceremonies on Sunday nights. I've been going every Sunday for more than 2 years, and it has completely changed my life, along with coming here for church services. I have been struggling with child sexual abuse for 35 years. I didn't have memory of it before that. Emiliano has been by my side for the past 2 years while I have gone through horrible memory after horrible memory after horrible memory and wished I were dead. And I am so grateful to be alive.
Mhm.
I am so grateful for my life, every bit of it, every part. I'm just so grateful to be alive.
Thank you. We'll do the last one there.
I also am very grateful to have such a wonderful partner, Margaret Kenny back there. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. And my sister, Joy. And also, one of the things I love that I added to my life was loving kindness. This wonderful book, it's called Loving Kindness. And the whole principle there is you let go of that judge of right, wrong, good, and bad, to accept everyone as they are, and having caring and compassion for everyone as well as myself. And that was a wonderful way when I was an active physician taking care of my patients, was loving kindness was such a wonderful way to be in such a great place. So I really appreciate loving here because this is the most spiritual church I've ever gone to in my life. And it's a wonderful, great to be reminded of that God that's present in all of our hearts. So I thank you all so much. Thank you, Jim. Thank you all.
Thank you. And so it is that the gift is truly in the giving. And so we ask ourselves, what is it that I am called to give today? What is it that my soul is looking for so that I can be more of that and offer it to the world? Namaste.